Now, CarPlay. We got the CarPlay buttons here. So this is Siri. Up, down, left, right, enter, back. And then to get out. So get out of CarPlay, get back into the CarPlay basically. Get out, get back. Get out, get back in. So this is the factory screen and this is the CarPlay screen. Input. So whatever you activated, if you have just the rear camera, you can view just the rear camera. So there you go, got the rear camera. If you got more cameras, you can cycle through the inputs. Now, left and right camera work through left and right turn signals or can be activated manually. So you can use either push button to cycle through the inputs, press, cycle, or with a remote control, left and right cameras or front camera. So, left and right cameras.
Nissan Juke demo presented on Nissan Titan. Nissan Juke and Nissan Titan have identical navigation brains. This is a three-part video. You will see a vehicle disassembly video, then you will see a smartphone mirroring video, and then you will see Apple CarPlay demonstration. Keep in mind that radio you will see in this video is the same radio that found across many Nissan vehicles. If you have any questions, please leave a comment or message us. Enjoy watching this video. All products are 100% made in the USA and are 100% automotive grade, designed to last for 10 or more years.
Hello everyone. In this video we're going to show you installation for a Nissan radio that's found in many Nissan cars. This particular car is Nissan Titan 2017. We're going to show you installation of a couple of products. We're going to show you installation of Apple CarPlay, and we're going to show you installation of wireless mirroring. They're both installed identical. You will receive a plug and play harness. This is the harness. You're going to receive it all plugs in the back of the radio. It's all plug and play. You got audio RCAs, so you can be an auxiliary, and this just plugs in into the main harness. Main harness has side camera inputs, so you can install left, right, rear car already has, and front camera. You got the audio outputs from mirroring or from CarPlay. You got the plug and play ends, and then you got these three wires. This wire that we have already stripped for you will connect to the main plug and play harness. So basically the way it's installed is you take these harnesses, right, and you put them together. Plug it in, plug it in, connect the audio RCAs. So you got the audio RCAs right here. You're going to connect them together. Alright. This end is going to plug in either into CarPlay or mirroring, and this is going to connect back to the radio. And then you're going to connect the red wires together, and you're going to tape them up. So after you connect them together, you're going to just simply tape them up. And this is your entire installation. CarPlay will have a remote eye, microphone, and the steering wheel mounted remote control. This is our own design. It doesn't move anywhere, and the way it's designed in the back, if you see, it's made to push against the steering wheel. So when it pushes against the steering wheel, it's not going to move when you press the buttons. On the control you have Siri button, up, down, left, right, enter, back, in motion if you want to use factory navigation motion. The same remote is used to activate front, left, right, rear camera. This remote comes included with CarPlay. If you buy mirroring, this remote is optional. With mirroring, you will have this kind of button. It's a small push button with double-sided tape. You can mount anywhere, but typically it's mounted somewhere out of sight, and you can cycle through the inputs. You can also purchase this remote separately. if you're installing mirroring. But with CarPlay, this remote is included. In the regular mode, it does instant access to cameras if you install any extra cameras. In CarPlay mode, these buttons control the CarPlay. We're going to show you later in the demo. Installation is identical for both units, so whether you're installing CarPlay or mirroring, same plug, same installation. And the entire process takes about, 30 minutes. Because it's all plug and play, you don't have to splice any wires. This is T-harness that goes in the back of the radio. They connect it together, and then this goes into one of the interfaces, and there's plenty of space in the back of the radio to install everything. We're going to show you how to remove the radio in this car, and the removal is very simple. We made it as simple as possible, so you basically remove these two panels. You got two panels, you remove them. You got two screws here, you got two screws holding this panel. You remove this panel towards you, so you can remove this panel, and then you find two more screws and the radio comes out. So let's show you how it's done. Start with this panel, pop it open. On the other side, same thing, pop it open. They might look a little bit too hard to remove, but they will come out. There are latches you're going to remove to open them. Once you have the panels open, there are two screws on top. There's one screw right here, and there's one screw on the other side. Remove the two screws. We have previously removed them to speed up the video. We just numbered two Phillips and they come off. Next, we need to remove this. There are two screws on each side. You got one screw right here. We already removed it, and one screw on the other end. Once you remove it, this panel right here, separated. Doesn't come out, try from the side. It's a little bit tough to come out of this panel. So you can just use your fingers maybe on the side, open it, and just separate it. Okay? Once you separate the panel, this panel just comes out. There's nothing holding it in place. Alright? Just like I'm showing you. It's a little bit tricky, but this is the faster way instead of taking the whole car apart. Alright, carefully hold this panel to the side. Okay, and then remove the connectors from the back. So this way you don't. And the radio comes out again. See, these panels that have to be removed to remove the radio, right? Pull the radio out and unplug all the connectors. We already unplugged them. The connectors that you're going to need are these two. These are two connectors you're going to use. So if you take our plug and play T-harness and you plug it in, this is the connectors. One on the bottom, one on top. And then the factory connectors, factory plugs go in here. So we're going to plug in the factory plugs, and after that we're going to proceed to testing. When you're reinstalling the radio, make sure to check that all plugs are replugged so you don't have to take the car apart. While you do the testing, don't put the car together. You can test it without putting the whole car together. So we're going to replug the connectors and we're going to proceed. Okay, so the radio came back on, and the first thing we're going to test is our wireless mirroring. You're going to take your wireless mirroring adapter, plug it in. LEDs come on, start blinking. I'm already in auxiliary mode on the screen, so the auxiliary, first go into auxiliary to have it play. This is HDMI output, it's not an input. This device is 100% wireless. You can wirelessly mirror iPhone or Android. This is a programming port to program the interface. This USB, you can play movies from USB stick, or my preferred way is to mirror the phone, iPhone through cable. we have a long cable. You can route it nicely. You can use it for charging and for mirroring. I prefer 3 cable. It's faster and more stable. Android works very well with wireless, so is iPhone. If you want to watch YouTube videos, you're going to have to use the wire. For everything else, you can use wireless. Now, you can either use push button or buy optional remote. This remote, if you buy the remote, it's going to have the following features. For mirroring, it will do in motion factory navigation, instant access to front camera, instant access to right camera, instant access to left camera, instant access to rear camera. So we got factory rear camera in this car. You're going to press and it's going to be instant access to that, and you're going to press, it's going to shut off. It does less than it does with CarPlay, but you still have the option to purchase this or use the remote, the push button. Because the remote control is optional, you can use any push button, either purchase hour or any other push button, to operate the mirroring interface. Keep in mind, the remote comes with CarPlay and you need no buttons with CarPlay, but for mirroring this is optional. Press it 2 times and it's going to activate in motion. In motion is to use factory navigation or factory locked out features in drive. So basically 2 times you press gives you 2 beeps. To deactivate in motion, so your factory navigation works as before, you press it again 2 times and it's going to deactivate in motion. So 1, 2. Now, if you press and hold this button, it's going to activate mirroring for you. So we got Waze on the screen right now. We're going to press and hold it, and it's going to activate and bring on Waze on the screen. You will have check your surroundings message for safety. If you're using the camera, because we're going through the camera output, press 2 times the camera button to shut off any camera lines. The same buttons you can use to switch inputs. So whatever you activated, if you have just the rear camera, you can view just the rear camera. So there you go, got the rear camera. If you got more cameras, you can cycle through the inputs. Now, left and right camera work through left and right turn signals or can be activated manually. So you can use either push button to cycle through the inputs, press, 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 cycle, or with a remote control, left and right cameras or front camera. So left and right cameras work with left and right turn signal. Front camera works out of drive in reverse. So when you're in reverse and you put it in drive, you will see the front camera on the screen up to 10 miles an hour. Or you can either cycle to get to the front camera or press the button to get to the front camera. Again, and then same thing for the rear. In reverse, factory camera work, or one press and it's going to go to reverse basically. So you can mirror anything on the phone. With mirroring Waze, you can do any application. So if I go to my home screen, you will basically see my home screen. Anything that is on your phone will mirror. It's basically creating a copy right there. So if I go back into Waze, right there you got the Waze on the screen. So it's mirroring. Any application, whatever basically you see on your phone screen will be on your car screen. And if you see any lines, those are lines that camera capturing. There is no lines on the real screen. So basically it's clean picture. And if you want to have any other application, Google Maps, Facebook, whatever is on your phone, you will have on your car screen. So we can go ahead, let's say, and switch over to YouTube. Now right there we got the video. So like I said, whatever is on your car screen, you will see. Whatever's on the phone, you will see on car screen. And if you're in auxiliary mode, you will hear the audio. No wires to run, all plug and play. This is Apple CarPlay. You got the CarPlay experience, and we're going to show you how it's done. With CarPlay, you get this nice remote. It's mounted to the steering wheel, and it's not moving because the way it's designed is to push against the steering wheel. So when you push any of the buttons, and I'm pushing it hard, it's not going to go anywhere. It mounts right on the steering wheel with a strap. And it
Monster is a 2003
looks pretty much like original.
film written and directed by Patty Jenkins. Shall I continue?
No. See, this was Siri when I pressed it. So it looks like factory, and we designed it. It fits any car. It has the Siri button, up, down, left, right, and we're going to show you how it works. But this is what it looks like on the steering wheel. This is zoom in. It's very small, and it fits into this opening. And it fits all the steering wheels. And it's designed to be perfect. Actually, customers that have CarPlay from factory on some cars buy our CarPlay products just to have this remote. Now, CarPlay. We got the CarPlay buttons here. So this is Siri. Up, down, left, right, enter, back. And then to get out. So get out of the CarPlay, get back into the CarPlay basically. Get out, get back. Get out, get back in. So this is the factory screen, and this is the CarPlay screen. In factory screen, this button will operate cameras. Let's say rear camera off. But when you're going to be in CarPlay mode, it will only do CarPlay. No more cameras. This is smart remote. It's not available from anybody else. This is what it's called to be made in USA, automotive grade. This is the CarPlay, same way it's operated in a lot of European non-touch vehicles, Mercedes, BMW, and so on. They will have the same guide, blue one, and you see as I'm moving it, different options highlight. Now, Siri. Hi Siri.
Hi there.
How are you? Siri, how are you?
I feel good.
So basically, you can do anything you want.
I'm not sure I understand.
Press back on the remote and it goes back. Over here on the left hand side, you got 3 most recently used apps. You see the highlighted square. So if you go, you got calls, maps, and radio. So you can go into maps. Maps open up, and then you control the whole map experience. Everything you can move, do whatever you want. Destination, previous destination, new destination, either by voice or by entering on the keyboard. You can do,
Where would you like to go?
or you can choose keyboard. On the steering wheel, it's very easy to use when you're in the keyboard mode. So basically, if you're in the keyboard mode, it's very easy to use. Back, back, back. The apps you can have are whatever Apple allowed. I downloaded a bunch of test apps here, so for you to see tuner radio, local radio. And this is not mirroring, this is CarPlay, because we got full control. And on your phone, well, let me show you. See what you got? If I get out of here and I press home on the phone, see, it goes home on the CarPlay, because that's how CarPlay works. If I was to open up the tuner radio, Shopify, or any other app, so let's say I go into tuner radio opens up. If I press home, it closes. But that's how CarPlay works. It doesn't matter what car it is. CarPlay lives only inside the phone. CarPlay does not exist outside of your phone. Keep that in mind. And so we're going to go into tuner radio. We're going to go into podcasts. So let's go into music. Let's go into music, and then inside we're gonna go to today's hits, play. Since we're in auxiliary mode already, it's gonna go ahead and play. A little slow Wi-Fi, so let it load. Play, pause, play, back, change, play, pause, play. Nissan CarPlay experience. As you know, most of the Nissans don't have CarPlay, and this is how you can get it in all the Nissans, and CarPlay in any car. But CarPlay lives inside your phone, so 10 years down the line, CarPlay will work because we create a controller for CarPlay. CarPlay is updated only inside your phone. All new features, all new apps, they come out on your phone. You don't install anything but a piece of hardware that will provide you with. Everything else will happen in your phone, so it will always work. You don't have to worry about updates. And the reason it was designed this way is because if you buy a car today, right, you buy a brand new car with CarPlay, it's designed for you that you never have to go back to the dealership to do any updates. You bought the car, you have the CarPlay, so unless Apple goes crazy and just decides to change everything around, your CarPlay is guaranteed to work for the next 20 years. Cars are going to change, but CarPlay protocol is going to stay the same. Because people keep their cars 10, 15, 20 years, and it has to work. And hopefully, even if Apple changes the connector, they will still have the connectivity. And there will always be wire, even though everything goes wireless charging and wireless everything, they will still need a wire to load the software in case it breaks. So the wire will always be there today and in 20 years. And today, there is no car wireless connectivity, everything is wired. There's only a couple of aftermarket radios with wireless, but everything else is wired and connected to the car. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, send it to us. But this is the CarPlay experience. This is how to get CarPlay. And this remote again operates the CarPlay the way it's supposed to operate, because there are only two modes to operate CarPlay: either controller or touchscreen. We choose the controller because it's not going to require you to go inside the radio and do some kind of hack job. It's plug and play. Use the controller. You do have the message on this particular car. On most of the cars there will be no messages, but on this particular car you will have a message. Enjoy it and ask us anything. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Please click the round logo to subscribe, the round logo on the left. If you want to watch another video, please click the video link on the right. If you enjoyed this, leave a like and leave a comment. Thank you.